Welcome back to the next section of Traefik Training. In this section, we're going to talk about observability traffic logs. So what exactly can we enable, disable with traffic logging in general? And when I talk about logging, we're logging traffic itself and not the services connected to traffic. So here, what is logged? We're logging everything concerning traffic, the starting up, configurations, events, certificates registered, shutdowns, and also what services are connecting to traffic. Not the actual service itself, but actually the service connection to traffic. Next, we can actually configure the storage of the logs. We can tell traffic exactly what file path, where to store these logs, which is important because we want to store it somewhere that it'll persist after the container dies or traffic is deleted and redeployed. So that's very important to make sure we persist our logs. Next is the log format. We can determine two different log formats. We can either use common, which is the standard default, or we can actually use JSON as well. So it's really your preference and how you're consuming these logs. Now, and finally, the log level. This determines the verbosity of the logs, and you can see the different log levels available. So we see debug, panic, fatal, error, warn, info. The default is error, but as we get into like troubleshooting scenarios, it's good to put it into debug. But just so you're warned, and I've stumbled down this path a few times, when you put it in debug, it will fill up your logging very quickly. I mean, we've actually filled up servers and taken things offline by somebody forgetting to take debug logging off. So use it discretionarily and make sure you disable it when you're done. Usually we're using info or error generally, and then when we want to troubleshoot something, we put it into debug mode. So join me in the next section as we join the Observability Logs Lab and understand how to configure the logs for traffic and the different file paths. Join me in the next section.